Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. This is Allen to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet. It's like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And on a small gain up to about the 32. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He's got the first down grab and still going. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. First carry of the game now for the rookie out of Arizona. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here we go. Practice.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
The throw again on 2nd down. Daniels. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. So what happened there, partner? Looked like he'd found an early rhythm on that opening series until that last throw.
Yeah, fine line between confidence, which he certainly had, and rhythm, and then also just unwise decision-making forcing that pick.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Genty. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another give here to Genty. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up fourth down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Hand off to the back. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line. Kind
of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Daniels throwing on third. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's caught at the 25. And they are all the way into that red zone. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to...
It's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it! And the Raiders get to it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. If there was a metaphorical panic button over there right now, partner, I feel like this would be the time to press it.
And you know me, I take the elevator right down to the field and press it now.
And this defense, man, they have seized on the opportunity that's been presented to them early.
And here's what happens with defenses. Once they feel an offense is loose with the ball, this poor ball security, they're going to be ripping and clawing and tearing for it all game long.
This is Genty on second. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
On third down, Genty. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead with Genty. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll run here on first down. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to try and throw it here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. Couldn't hang on to the interception, but the momentum's still on the defensive side here ahead of this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got it. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Back to the well again. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, Kate, the rough showing both individually and collectively continues with this run game. The fumble earlier and now totally stuffed on that one.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Raiders have their offense back out there. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and we're on the sidelines and in the huddle. Gotta find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm. That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Back to the air they go on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. The Commanders set to take over. And it's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. A designed run. Daniels will keep it. Up to the races. Middle of the field. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Gano's point after is good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Dylan Laube on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Kind of more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. So this one on the defense. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Third and long for him here. Going left side, Bowers has it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, they'll run. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. He's going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. Back to Genty. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. They'll run for this, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throws caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he's got it. It's in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Genty. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders get their first point of this game just before halftime. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders tied this game 7-7. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. One drawn up here for Daniels. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. We've set it downs for them from the 31. First down, play action. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
The give here on second. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
On first down, Genty. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Back to pass on first and 10. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up second down. They'll work against the blitz. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. They'll air it out on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This is Allen to return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair.
Here we go, here we go. Check, check.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Could not beat the defender there. And it sets up second down.
Unlock right. Back.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Daniels keeps it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Finds the in route complete. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
No.
Out of the gun, White. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
3rd and goal now from the 6 after that last play.
Back. 70 Timber.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grabbed the lead on their first series of the half. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Slow snap, and they're in to block it. The Raiders pick it up. He's off to the races. 40. At the 20. And against all odds, they get the block and return it all the way for 2.
It's far from this kicker's first NFL campaign, but I bet you it's one of the first kicks he's seen turn into points on the other side. Hey, listen, fault is shared by everybody, but I'm sure he'd prefer this to be the last time it happens in his lengthy career.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just caught.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Breaks the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. This one left for Daniels. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Throwing now, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Third and 1, Daniels. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Daniels back to throw. That's caught at the 25. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. To the air again. Daniels has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Daniels hit, he lost the football. And the Raiders get to it. And no return after that recovery. They do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
You know, kid, one time I had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away. Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, they're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So we're through 3 here. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. New set of downs for him from the 31. To the air now on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Working now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be 4th and about a yard to go.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And that was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
Okay, you call that play in a huddle as a quarterback, you break the huddle, and you can almost feel it right from the jump. You get that surge at the point of attack on 4th and short. They did, and then some to move those chains.
Into a crowd, and intercepted. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And all the way back it goes. It's a Washington pick 6. Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders grow their lead to 8. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Roundy with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And after that pick 6 just moments ago, Brock, they now need a touchdown of their own to tie this game up.
Sure does. They need to stem some of that momentum. As quarterback, you just gave that defense. This is where staying in neutral, not too high, not too low, is so very critical.
And he gets a few on the punch forward. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Looking in the air here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He puts some air under it deep down the middle. Put the body on the line for his team. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. And he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down. They'll go play action. Throw caught at the 6. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the red zone on first. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
First and goal from the 1. From the 1. I don't mind throwing it, but that's the one thing you can't have happen.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down. Trying to throw this from the gun. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders down by only 2 in the 4th. Now a big 2-point try coming for these Raiders. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's taken down. The defense maintains the 2-point lead. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. They give it to him again. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention.
Ready, 6.
Daniels now on first down. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Looking over the middle, it finds McCaffrey. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. From the gun, a run for White. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. The give now out of the shotgun. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And as they get set, Carter, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Good run, gets them 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. On target to throw. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Setting up to pass. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. One final shot here. Grabbed by Besh, left side. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small...